Hey, what's up? It's your girl Diamond Denise, aka Deedee, and this is my YouTube channel, Deedeesaidso, and I'm back with another video. So, if you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, welcome back. And if you like this video as you're watching, make sure you give it a thumbs up, click the subscribe button, notification bell, so you don't miss any more of my videos. So today, I'm bringing for you all a new segment. I want to call it tea time, just because I got some tea today. But it's going to be called, I think, and we can vote on the name because y'all going to be the ones watching it. But literally someone kind of gave me the idea. So I want to test it out, try it out. The name of the series is going to be Motivational Monday Talks. Very vulnerable. It is currently 5:20 a.m. when I'm recording this, but you'll probably see it around 12:01. But one day when I was on TikTok Live, I was, because I do Motivational Mondays on my TikTok Live, if you want to go check out my playlist there. And someone was like, you should expand this, and you should do this more on your YouTube. And I was like, well, what would I talk about? And when I tell you they gave me a list, topics of self-love, relationships, goals, friends that do you wrong, confidence, etc., etc. So I have a few topics. I plan on doing this series for about 6 to 8 weeks, so every Monday you'll get a new video. And also, if you have any topics that you want me to talk about, you want me to expand on, and it's just going to be basically, I do a little research just to get like definitions and things like that, but it's going to be like me sharing my experience or how I dealt with the topics that was brought to me. So you can definitely write those in the comments, and if you are new or even if you're not, please drop in the comments a hello, how you doing, how's your week, how was your weekend, so that I can engage with you in the comments. So today's topic is going to be about confidence. I was about to spell it, but I wasn't sure if I was going to spell it right, so I was like, I'm going to leave the spelling to the spelling bee. So, as I mentioned earlier, I do like to have definitions because why not, you know? Confidence. A feeling of self-assurance arising from one's appreciation of one's own abilities and qualities. And then I was like, what's self-assurance? So let's go on over there. Self-assurance is confidence in one's own abilities or character. Let's get into it. So we see that it said the self-arising or the self-assurance arising from one's appreciation of one's own abilities or qualities, and just basically thinking about one's own abilities or character. So in retrospect, confidence starts with YOU. It starts with you. Even though we listen to what other people say, we take into account how they feel and things of that nature, it's really all about how you feel about yourself at the end of the day. And I'm gonna get vulnerable. So back in high school, I guess it's like when I can like really recall when I started dealing with, I guess, confidence and self-esteem issues. I definitely feel like I did attach to low self-esteem when I was in high school, but unbeknownst to my family and friends, I didn't have to worry about getting that validation from others. So like at home with friends stuff, I heard you're beautiful, you're gorgeous, so I didn't need to go to someone else to get validation about being beautiful or gorgeous. It was the people that were telling me that I was ugly and that I was unattractive and that no one would ever talk to me and that I would be single forever and things of that nature. So like, you know, that saying, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words that never hurt me. After you hear a couple of words for a long amount of time, you start to think it yourself. Even if other people are telling you you're beautiful, those few little people that told me that I was ugly or that I wasn't attractive or whatever, it stuck with me for a while in high school. Even today, like in now, I don't know if I can say I'm completely over it. Sometimes I do have those moments, but then it also goes back to me. Like I have to see how I feel about me. Like even today, doing this video, I was like, I'm gonna put on a wig because why would I get on YouTube showing my hair like this? But this is my natural hair. It's thick. It's unmanageable for me for a person that doesn't do hair. But I was confident in my own right to know that I'm going to be talking about something and like I don't want to cover up. And I'm not saying if you wear wigs that you're covering up, because if you do wear wigs, do you? And I'm probably going to throw the wig on later. But I just wanted to come here because we were talking about confidence. So one thing I want to talk about is the fact that saying, oh, she's confident for a big girl, it's not a compliment. Or it's an underhand compliment, backhand compliment, or whatever you want to call it. Because you never go up to like a skinny person and be like, oh, I really love your confidence. Like, or like those other backhanded compliments, like she's pretty for a black girl, or she sings well for a fat girl, or, and I don't know why a lot of those comments were about women. I'm pretty sure men have comments about them that people say, and it's just like, why would you say that? But I don't know any. Um, Also, during these talks, there's really no length amount. I'm just going till I run out, basically. So if you have any questions or something that you feel I didn't cover about confidence, I could definitely do a part two. But now in my 31 years of living, being on this earth, I will say confidence starts with you. You have to believe that you are capable of the things that you want to do and you want to exude. I have struggled with it for so long, but like once, like your flaws, things that you do good, things that you don't do good, anything that you do, you have to be confident enough to know that you can do it, right? When it comes to TikTok, I think anybody that posts a video on any type of social media has confidence, because there are a bunch of people out there, the cyber bullies, the anybody's that want to be thumb thugs. They want to tell you about how they feel about you and your confidence that you had to put yourself out there, while they're hiding behind private accounts, no profile pictures, and just wanting to have an opinion to have an opinion. When it comes to loving yourself within confidence, you have to love yourself to be confident. I feel it may differ for other people, because once you accept yourself for who you are, flaws and all, like you don't really give a care what nobody else to say. You don't really give a care what anybody else has to say. You only think about what you have to say and how you feel, and that's what you walk in. Also, with anything that you're doing in life, it's going to be a journey. So it's not like you wake up today and you'll be like, oh, I'm going to be confident today, and boom, it happens. Sometimes you have to go through steps. Sometimes you have to go through a process, finding out what you don't like about yourself. How can you learn to love that about yourself? How can you, what was it? How can you have that self-assurance rising from your own appreciation? Like, just appreciate the small things. I think when we tend to focus on what we don't have, that causes a lack of gratefulness. And when we are grateful for what we have and appreciative of what we have, our characters, our abilities, what makes us us, then we can walk on like you the baddest thing that ever walked this earth. And once you believe it, other people will start to believe it. Other people will start to see it. And even if you don't believe it right away, practice makes perfect. I've always said I've never been like a fan of like affirmations. You are strong. You are beautiful. You are loved. But it goes back to those same things that I mentioned with sticks and stones may break my bones, but words that never hurt me. If you speak a lot of negative self-talk about yourself, is going to come into fruition. So if you flip that and do affirmations and speak positive about yourself, wake up and look in the mirror, even if you don't feel beautiful, like you could literally just woke up and you probably had crust in your eyes, bad breath, whatever. You are gorgeous. You are awesome. You will have the desires of your heart. And don't just like do like the affirmations that talks about the physicality, because physicality is just one part. You want to be a whole, healthy, happy human being or human person. And that's like physically, mentally, emotionally. And these are when you figure out those things that are not so much your greatest accomplishments or greatest assets or greatest strengths, you focus on the weaknesses and things that you can make better, then I don't know where I was going with that point, but you get what I'm saying. Like, just love on yourself, because it starts with you. And once people start seeing how you change and how you feel about yourself, they have no choice but to change. And if they don't change, they're going to feel the way they feel about you, or probably themselves forever. And you just got to keep it moving. Like, you got to keep it going. So I'm going to end it here. I'm going to end it here because I didn't want this video to be too long. But this is the first segment. I want to talk about confidence, and I want to share a little bit of vulnerability about how I felt growing up, and even sometimes now. Like, I always feel like you can always get better with your confidence. Like, it doesn't start off at 100. And as long as it starts somewhere, you can continue to grow. I definitely hope this helped somebody, even if I watch it back and it helps me. It may have seemed like I was rambling a little bit because I didn't like really have like a structure. I was like, I'm just gonna get on here and we're gonna talk about confidence. If you've ever struggled with confidence, or if you have what used to be flaws for you and you absolutely love it now, definitely write it in the comments below and I'll share mine. So when I was younger, I didn't like my nose. I thought my nose was very big. I always said, I'm not gonna procreate, or I'm not gonna have kids because I don't want to pass down this nose. But now I love my nose. I still don't know about procreating and giving them this nose, but and then I also have awesome eyebrows. That's something you can't take away from me. So like and I have an awesome smile. Let's talk about that real quick and then I'm gonna get up out of here. So for those who don't know, my teeth didn't really start to shift until I was about 24 years old. When it started to shift, I didn't really pay too much attention to it. I was like, oh, it's just a little shift. I've actually been off of my parents' dental insurance since I was 18. So, actually, like, going into whether I want to, I mean, I obviously want to get dental work, but it's still expensive. Like, people always want to have an opinion about what you should or should not be doing when they're not contributing any money, right? Even when it comes to my hair, people's like, oh, you have all these followers on TikTok, or you do this and you look like, you should look like this. You should go here. You should be here. And if I'm going here, being here, looking like this for this other person, then it still attacks my self-confidence because I don't have any, because I'm not doing anything for me. I'm doing stuff for them. So I didn't really start getting bullied till I started coming to social media. So I knew that when my teeth shifted, I never thought it would get this far. Like, when it started shifting, it was just a little shift. I'm like, all right, cool. As the time went on, I had to learn to re-love myself, because I had, obviously, if I see how I look, I see how I talk, what my teeth look like, it bothers me a little bit, but it didn't bother me to a certain extent. Like, I had to fight or verbally fight off family before I had to fight off social media. So it was just like, if people you love are saying certain things about you, what people in the media have to say is like, you're a stranger, I don't know you. So it's like, people will say certain things to attack you and your self-confidence and how you feel, because they don't feel too good about themselves. They're probably looking at me like, how do you have confidence, or how you go about doing what you do and you look like that? Like, maybe because I chose to not focus on the negative things that you have to say, and chose to love myself regardless of what you think I should look like, what you think I should be, where you think I should go. But if anybody wants to make any contribution, my Cash App is Deedeesaidso, and I am taking contributions. But I said, you know how the pastors be like, I'm about to close, and then they keep talking. I felt like that's what I just did. So for real, I'm finna go. I'm so excited for this. Like, you see, I had to stop before I started crying, but I'm so excited for this segment. I'm so excited to see what topics you want me to talk about in the comments, and also the other topics that I've gotten from people in the past. And get ready for the next 8 weeks. If it is really popping, I guess, or you all really like it, because naturally you're the ones watching, so I want to do things that you want to watch. But I want to do things that's comfortable to me. It may continue on. But on that note, I want y'all to have a great day on purpose. Why? Because Deedee said so. I love y'all. Y'all be blessed. Subscribe. Thumbs up. See you in the next video. Bye.